J.R. Hawley here, your business insurance specialist with InsureWise. Let's talk today about commercial auto insurance. Okay, commercial auto insurance, you've got a business, you have vehicles that you now own in your business and you need commercial auto insurance, or you already have commercial auto insurance and you're wondering why is it so expensive? Why is commercial auto insurance more expensive than your personal auto insurance? Let's talk about what the differences are in coverages and why such a difference in price, and why, if you have a business and you use automobiles, you really need to have them insured properly under commercial auto insurance. First of all, commercial auto insurance is a lot like your personal lines auto insurance. The coverages are very similar in that you have liability coverage, liability for bodily injury or property damage that you might cause or be liable for to someone else. In addition to that, you also have coverage for your vehicles, your property. So should you be in an accident, there's coverage to cover your cars, should you elect to have that coverage. Also, in addition to that, there's also coverage for passengers in your vehicle, the driver and or other passengers, by way of uninsured or underinsured motorist coverage, medical payments coverage, or personal injury protection, depending on what state you're in. But what are some of the differences now between your commercial auto and your personal lines auto insurance? Well, one of the differences is permissive use. On personal lines auto insurance, you can, for the most part with most companies, you can allow a friend, a family member, or somebody you know drive your vehicle. And should they be in an accident, your coverage would transfer over and cover that claim for that person, typically with most carriers. But that's not really how it works with commercial auto insurance. With commercial auto insurance, because the risk is so much greater, the exposure rather is so much greater to the insurance carrier, they do not allow typically permissive use. You don't allow anyone to drive your commercial vehicle. And the reason for that is the exposure is a lot greater. On a personal line side, your liability exposure might be as low as $25,000 or as high as maybe $100,000 or somewhere in between. You might even have slightly higher coverage, like $250,000 in liability coverage, but most people fall between $25,000 and $100,000 in coverage. That's the exposure to the insurance carrier. They're typically not going to have to pay out any more than that amount. When it comes to your commercial auto insurance, though, most policies are written with a $1 million limit. So therefore, each time you're out driving that vehicle, that exposure to the insurance carrier is up to $1 million. Any accident that occurs could potentially result in $1 million claim in which the carrier would need to then pay out. Because of such a difference in exposure, you're going to have different rules that apply to commercial as opposed to personal lines auto. Some other coverages that you might want to look at and consider for your commercial auto insurance is this: hired and non-owned auto coverage. Because your commercial auto policy only covers those specific vehicles listed, typically, and specific drivers listed. If you have an employee that uses their vehicle to run errands for your office or to drive from one job site to another job site, you are definitely going to want to have non-owned auto and hired auto coverage. Non-owned auto meaning an automobile that's not owned by the business. So for example, if you have an employee that runs to the bank for you, and on the way to the bank they get into an accident, and in the process of that accident the other person realizes that they were on the job working, you could potentially be liable or sued for that claim. If you have non-owned auto coverage on your commercial auto, the liability insurance would pick up that claim and cover you and protect you in the event that your employee should be in an accident. Another example is you have an employee that works on different job sites and they drive their personal car to one job site and they drive their personal vehicle to another job site and work there. Should they be in an accident driving from one job site to another, potentially you could be liable as the business owner because they are on the job working for you, and you'd want to protect yourself by having non-owned auto coverage on your policy. Something to definitely look for. Check with your insurance agent to make sure you have those coverages on your policy. Make sure that you have that, especially if you have any employees that are driving their own vehicles. Should you have any additional questions about commercial auto insurance, We are here to help you. Reach out to us at info@InsureWise LLC or give us a call at 702-620-4825. We would love to assist you or answer any questions for you. Thanks so much.